Hello friends, this is Carrie from Cookbook Divas, and I bought myself another Christmas present, Martha Stewart's Fruit Desserts. Now, I was in the bookstore, Barnes & Noble I think, going, I don't need yet another Martha Stewart cookbook. She has so many and she keeps coming out with them. But I flipped through it really quickly and wow, I had to buy it. It's gorgeous. If you want to see a quick flip through of it, go to our Cookbook Divas Instagram channel where we flip through the book quickly. Or if you have 10 minutes to spend with me, let's look through it today. I haven't opened it since I did the reel and saw it in the bookstore. Love the cover. Gorgeous. It's 100+ delicious ways to savor the best of every season. Ooh, and it's a nice color inside. Now, if you're new to the channel, I normally don't look through a cookbook until I look through it with you on camera, other than in the bookstore when I decide to buy it. So this is from the kitchens of Martha Stewart. Photographs by Johnny Miller and others. Clarkson Potter Publishers. It says, to all the farmers and orchard growers who grow amazing varieties of fruits, providing us, the consumers and cooks and bakers, with the most delicious ingredients for the recipes we developed for this book. Let's check out the table of contents. From Martha, Golden Rules, Essential Ingredients, Fruit 101, Essential Tools. Then we dive into autumn, winter, spring, summer, and then at the end, the basics. And this photography is, I think it's just the best cookbook photography. It's going to be. Martha Stewart's not going to publish a crappy photograph. So here's Martha's introduction. Let me just read the first couple sentences. Why not? Pardon me while I put on some glasses that clash with my red shirt. One of life's great pleasures is biting into a perfect apple, a juicy peach, or a sweet tart plum, transforming those tender stone fruits, sour lemons, meaty fragrant pumpkins, or a few cups of ripe berries into a pie or galette, or a delectable cake is yet another way to enjoy the fruits of America's extraordinary growers. Over the 30 years we've been creating recipes for our magazine, Martha Stewart Living. We've developed, baked, and photographed hundreds of desserts that focus on fruit as a main ingredient. These recipes are consistently readers' favorites and have been well used by them for many different occasions. We will hope that you will adore this collection, arranged by season, and add many of the recipes to your personal repertoire. And she continues on, but I shall not. Okay, we don't need to read about tools. Every baking book has that, blah, blah, blah. Autumn. Gorgeous photograph. Ugh. All right, starts off with a pink apple tart. That is gorgeous. That would be so nice at a baby shower. A pear skillet cake. Now, I can't show you the whole book. I'm just going to try and control myself, but I want to show you apple bourbon pot pies. Yum. And an excuse to splash some bourbon into my mouth while I'm putting it into the recipe, right? Red grape cake with whipped creme fraiche. I can't have grapes in the house because they're toxic to dogs, and I have very naughty dogs. The apple tart from the front of the cookbook has quince with it. And it's apparently very complicated because now we have a whole nother page talking about how to make it. Raspberry and pecan buckle. Apple pie with a patchwork crust. Linzer crumble pie. Yeah. Apple fritters. Yum. Not every dessert has to be a showstopper. Fritters are great. Pear and Cranberry Pie, again for autumn. Fig and Almond Crostata. These are so cute. These are pear and frangipani pastries. For a second I thought they were hand pies. Oh, they're so cute. And they're a little complicated because there's a whole nother page talking about how to make them. An apple weave pie. Here's some sorbet of some type. Red wine sorbet. Ooh, pear red wine. Apple crostata with cheddar crust, quince pie, caramel apple brie pudding, pear and apple phyllo crisp. I bet that's easy to make because you can. Is she making you make your own phyllo, or can you buy it from the store? Frozen phyllo. Yes, thank you. A cranberry skillet cake. I admit I love the cleanup on skillet cakes. So easy. Okay. Apple custard pie, polenta grape snacking cake. No grapes for me, but you can enjoy it if you don't have naughty dogs that steal stuff out of the trash. Cinnamon swirl apple slab pie. Beautiful. This cookbook is amazing. I'm going to gift it to so many people. Okay, apple honey upside down cake. Pear and fig pandowdy. Guess that wasn't the most exciting photo ever. Now we're in winter, and I see some winter citrus like blood oranges that are available in stores in December and January. Key lime cream puffs. I don't think of cream puffs as particularly wintry, but okay. Banana cream pie. That seems like summer to me. But deep dish dried apple and cranberry pie. Now cranberry is a nice autumn and winter dessert. Look at this beautiful Meyer lemon tart. Oh, and I love citrus in winter when it's been cold and rainy and drizzly for weeks. Citrus just brightens me up. Pineapple banana upside down cake. Oh, what? This is so pretty. I wasn't going to show you very much from this chapter, but now I have to. Coconut layered cake with just a little pink tint. Oh, pretty. Orange marmalade cake with roasted oranges. What is the first thing you would make out of this cookbook that you've seen so far? Let me know in the comments. Atlantic Beach Tart Bars? Ooh, never heard of that. That looks delicious. Some more sorbets and granitas, etc. Oh, it is granita. Lime and lemongrass, for example. A citrus bundt cake. Pomegranate coconut trifle. Upside down lemon meringue pie. Passion fruit cheesecake bars. Ooh. Okay, I gotta skip ahead. Can't show you everything, but look, it's Meyer lemon souffles. Are you brave enough to make a souffle? I am not. Whole lemon pound cake with pomegranate glaze and pomegranates on top. Don't know how you keep them from bleeding pomegranate juice onto the top of the cake, but I'm sure Martha has some tips. A tangerine chiffon tart. Gorgeous. I'm so glad I bought this cookbook. Now we're in spring. Giant strawberry shortcake, and I'm pretty sure there's going to be some strawberry rhubarb something in here. But here's a mango coconut cream tart. Where's the rhubarb? Here it is, strawberry rhubarb tart. I'm not a fan of rhubarb, and everyone tries to make me eat it in the spring. Here's a strawberry lemonade icebox cake with some burnt meringue on top. Strawberry jam cobbler, strawberry banana pudding. Yum. I'm going to skip ahead because I can't show you the whole... Here's another rhubarb tart, vanilla rhubarb. I will never make or eat that, I'm sorry. Lemon rhubarb bundt. Okay, stop with the rhubarb. I'm skipping ahead. Strawberry and apricot crisp with pine nut crumble. Thank you. Much better. I will make and enjoy that. Here's a beautiful strawberry pistachio semifreddo. And now we're in summer, the final chapter of the book. There's a plum blackberry cobbler. I'm not doing a lot of baking in the summer. My oven gets hot and my kitchen gets hot. Peach pavlova. Blueberry pie with a lattice crust. Peach cardamom upside down cake. Ooh. Sour cherry crumble bars. Raspberry chocolate mousse pie. Yum. Ooh. Tarts with stone fruits and frangipane. Hand pies. A nectarine clafouti. I usually see cherry or blueberry clafouti, so that's nice. Sour cherry pie, yes. Oh, I'm hungry for that now. Nectarine and almond tart. Love these fruit desserts. Mixed berry grunt. When I grew up, grunt was a bad word. Look it up if you don't know. Mini peach apricot cobblers. Almond plum cake. Berry cornmeal sheet cake. Very 4th of July. Perfect. Double crust free-form berry pie. And I'll finish, oh, there's a galette. I'll finish with Fruit Fools. This is an incredible cookbook. I am so glad I bought it. I'm going to put it on a place of honor on my active cookbook shelf, which is the one that I can reach right in the kitchen and actually reach for to make things out of, as opposed to the hundreds of cookbook shelves all over my house. Thank you for watching this cookbook review and look through. If you'd like to see more of them, come visit us at cookbookdivas.com. Listen to our Cookbook Divas podcast. Stop by Facebook if you're on there to see our cookbook news that we post. We also post news and cookbook photos to Instagram and, of course, our reviews on YouTube. Thanks so much for watching. I love knowing other people that love cookbooks too.